Good morning, everyone. It's Friday, and here at City Hall, we wrap things up for you on Fridays to let you know some of the things that continue to go on and some of the things that have happened in this past week. And when we are able, we give you some highlights for what is to come in the coming week. As you know, school is now back in session. Obviously, our goal is to try and get as many of our students who are eligible vaccinated, as well as families that have not yet been vaccinated, to receive the vaccine. What it does is it obviously continues to improve the school environment. It avoids our need to go back to the places where we were last year. It also helps the community generally in terms of its ability to do other activities and enjoy some of the things that we enjoy as we start to move into fall. One of those things that we are currently having discussions about is Halloween. No decisions yet have been made on Halloween dates, times. I know that Halloween itself falls on a Sunday. I also know that Sunday the Bills are playing at home. So there's a number of things that are going to go into the decision making. We'll have some information on that, I suspect, in the coming weeks. Again, if you're coming to City Hall for business, I remind everybody again that there continues to be a requirement for face coverings. We want to protect our public and we want to protect our employees. So as you come in to do your business here at City Hall, please make sure that you have a face covering with you when you arrive. Returning back to the start of school, we know that sometimes there are those drivers who are either through inattention or other reasons fail to obey the school bus flashing lights and stop signs. Much has been done over the years to improve the recognition of a school bus that stopped to pick up students. During my time on the school board, we had the chance to take a look at a new element based upon a law that had been passed by the state of New York for video surveillance. In looking at that, we discovered, remarkably, that what one would think was a simple task, when you see the flashing lights and the stop signs come out, that you would stop. Just taking a look at two very simple bus runs, there were multiple violations of that restriction. And so the city entered into an agreement based upon the accepting of their bid with Bus Patrol, along with the city school district. We are working together to have video surveillance on the external areas of the bus so that those individuals that choose to ignore the warning signs of red flashing lights and the stop sign that comes out from the side of the bus, their performance will be videoed and then the appropriate enforcement action will be taken. All of the equipment has been installed. We would like to thank not only the school district for their cooperation in all of this, but also the bus company for their cooperation in helping us get this important program launched. The system will go live this coming Monday, September 27th. So again, I simply caution everyone, it's very important that we remember that the children who are getting on the bus or coming off the bus at the end of the day are counting on everybody to be attentive to the bus signals. So please make sure that you stop when you see them. This equipment would be best if we never have to issue a ticket. If it simply becomes a regular course of a driver's performance, that when they see those indications that the bus is stopping or that there are children moving on or off the bus, that they simply stop. So that would be a victory, issuing no summonses or violations, but just be warned that in the event a driver chooses to ignore those warning signs, again, the red flashing lights and the stop sign that comes out, we will be able to identify the vehicle and then take the appropriate steps for enforcement. So we ask everyone to please remember to be safe on the streets. And that really goes not just for the buses, although that's extremely important, but I think that goes really to all of our operation. Let's make sure that we remember stop signs are there for a reason, traffic signals are there for a reason, speed limits are there for a reason. You know, it's the roadways in the city of Niagara Falls, like they are anywhere else, can be unpredictable places. And the last thing we want to do is be responsible for an injury or worse. So please, as you're operating in the city of Niagara Falls, please remember to abide by all of the traffic safety rules. This past week, in an effort to try to stem some of the crime in hotspot areas of the city, we received some assistance from other law enforcement agencies to go out into the city and saturate some areas to retrieve not only guns that are on the street, but drugs that are on the street, as well as to take some folks off the street who otherwise have been acting on the other side of the law. This is not something that will happen with regularity, but we are proud of the fact that our police department has reached out to some other law enforcement agencies, working cooperatively with them to bring forth some additional assistance to tackle the problem. The city of Niagara Falls isn't alone in this. There are difficulties happening from East Coast to West Coast in places all across the country. So like any other community, we're doing what we can to try and improve the environment out on the streets. Is it perfect? No. Have there been incidences in the saturation exercise that we will improve? Absolutely. But in any event, it's the balance between trying to bring the safety that so many residents are asking for, as well as being mindful of the things that we have to do to make sure that it's fair and equitably introduced. So, again, it looks like it might be a little bit more fall-like this weekend. We expect the temperatures to start to come down a little bit. Hopefully the sun will come out over the weekend, and if it does, please again remember, get out there, enjoy some of the beauty that we have in the area. As the air gets cooler and more brisk, take that walk, ride that bike, do something to exercise and get yourself out into the community. And as we do every week, we want you to be safe. Please remember the public health requirements that are out there. While I know that we've turned a corner, we still have a little ways to go before we can say that we have gotten ahead of the virus. So please protect yourself, protect your families, do all that you can to be safe. And until next week, have a great weekend.